moist, the gas stays in the hole, it doesn't leak, and then it really blows.
Okay.
All right, we're on, huh?
Reminder to make sure you talk through the wine. Talk about the wine and the flavors of the wine.
Get your pen and paper so you can write questions.
We're just gonna roll through like normal, right?
Yes.
Okay.
This is the last
Do we
one,
have a
isn't
Bailey
this?
open?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. This is it.
Yeah, I'm done.
Until
we get something new.
maybe with whoever comes on to join forces with us, we'll have some.
Yeah, some
Fun
new
ideas.
stuff. Yes.
Hey, you're
Ow.
on.
Cool, we're on.
We're
What's the
gonna go
date
live on
today?
Instagram.
Live on Instagram. Is it the
2/11/21.
11th, 12th, 13th, 14th? Valentine's Day is almost here.
Oh, Valentine's Day.
Don't
Don't
forget, you
forget.
guys. Yee. Welcome to Palate Wrap. It's nice to be here. It's Thursday, but it's kind of like a Friday for some people because in different places in the world, tomorrow is going to be Lincoln's birthday. Well, it is, but not everybody recognizes it. Some places got this past Monday off.
Yeah.
In our world, at my house, we get this Friday and Monday off, so it's turned into a 4-day weekend. So
And we have
today's
2-3 days.
you guys
We're
have
different, yeah.
Coastal schools here in the Central Coast got the 2 Mondays off, and us inlanders, us desert dwellers in the Paso Robles region got a 4-day weekend. So you could either take 2 short trips or 1 decent trip if you could get a couple of days
Either
off.
way, it's an extended weekend somewhere.
Yeah.
Love
So
it.
happy President's Day. It's nice to be here.
Happy President's
Thank
Day.
you, Mr. Lincoln.
Happy Black History Month.
February, all
February,
month long.
all month long.
We had recently had Martin Luther King Day. That's always a great day. Thank you, sir. It's a cool month.
It's a good month.
Yeah, we get through January. January tends to be slow in places like tasting rooms and stuff. I think because everybody just got through the holidays and they're like, I just spent everything. Like, I want to stay home. But we're starting to kick it up. People are getting thirsty. Tasting rooms are back open. We're
Yeah,
closed
we're
for
back.
most of
We have
January,
guests
too.
today out on the lawn.
People
Super
out to
happy.
our left, tasting wine, doing our touchless outdoor tasting with our flights of wines. So
Grass
yeah,
is green. We got a bunch of rain since last time.
6 inches
Yeah.
in like 3 days, up to 14 inches out in the
Yep.
hills, out in the
Deep
Adelaide.
west side.
Really cool. Kind of one of the things we've talked about in the past is the terroir here and just how dynamic it is and how that deep west side San Lucia mountain range catches a lot of that Pacific influence. And it came in full effect. We went on, the east side of town from maybe 4 inches as you got further out there, and the west side of town up to 14 inches of rain in 3 days.
And David Bailey, what we're talking about today, he got 10. And then Tobless Creek, Thatcher, those guys got 14, right? And they're like literally
Right around the
a
corner.
rock. You can throw it over the hill if you're Superman. And
Yeah, so pretty neat.
Yeah.
Cool stuff today. So yeah, speaking of today, we are gonna do a little bit of Bailey, but we're gonna start off with our new rosé. The newest, coolest thing going on here at Peachy Canyon is this 2020 rosé made from our estate-grown, head-trained, dry farm Counoise.
Counoise, yes,
First for Josh and
first, yeah, it is. I don't think that we did the Grenache where we grew some and picked it for rosé last year. But
Purpose
this,
pick.
yeah, we purposely grew our whole block of Counoise. We didn't save it for anything else. We did went in, brought it in early. I think I was around 21 and a half, 22 bricks. So real fresh. It's, doesn't have that high octane. We didn't leave it out there to hang. Low pH, good acid. I'm super happy.
Yeah, that's
I'm
right.
very, very, very
It's the
excited about this wine.
first of our label facelifts, just to get into, talk about little subtle changes, but really that's the biggest deal. It's Counoise, and it's just a really interesting varietal. If our girl over in Denmark is watching, thank you for explaining the pronunciation to us. I think Cynthia was the one that pointed out it's Counoise.
And then Skylord.
And then Skybertron,
Yeah.
Skylord. But just really neat. What a unique wine, and the style that it's made is so crisp and so finished. And it's just a great, it's another standalone, but I can't wait to get some cheeses out.
To be able to do something take a grape that just thrives and is huge in the Southern Rhone and Châteauneuf-du-Pape, and then how well and how fortunate we are in Paso to be able to do great varieties that are done well there, bring them here and have them thrive.
Yeah.
And still, produce world-class wines out of Paso that are, just special.
And these wines, these vines are loving it.
Loving it. They are so happy.
Beefcake, yeah. Like, they definitely seem happy. They're not overly, vegetative growth. They seem balanced and really nice. And the canes aren't 20 feet long. It's just like it's settled into its little spot there. And it's this little strip at Mustang Springs next to Mom and Dad's house, kind of along the driveway there. It's got their own little microclimate. It's that afternoon sun right there, right?
Exactly. I exactly where it's at. Yeah, it's everything you said. It's like you do research or you read up on Counoise, and then it's go out and look at the vineyard during harvest, and it's doing exactly what they say it does in France. And it's not these huge canopy, like you said, and it's not throwing a ton of fruit, and it's making beautiful rosés like they do over there. And it's even looking at the color. It's like. It's nice.
The Counoise is the wedge, right? Or is it the other? Yeah, so it's a wedge. So it gets that afternoon, it gets the morning sun, and then it gets a break in the afternoon. It points due east. It's in that it's in a pretty steep hill. It's in one of the sketchy sections. That turnaround on the right side is pretty steep. So it gets a little bit of a, little rest in the afternoon. So it's not baking in the sun. And then, when it comes down to mouthfeel and style and whatnot, I think you can see it. It's shining through.
It's got that nice light rosé color where it's, very pretty. It's not overly colored. It's not red. It's not too light, but it's beautiful strawberries, a little hint of pepper, a little spice.
Yeah,
raspberries. We even said a hint of grapefruit.
Yeah, I was thinking it had that because it is dry. There's no sweetness at all. But it's really bright. And to me, it reminded me of when I was a little kid at Grandma and Grandpa's eating grapefruit. After we sprinkled some sugar and the sugar dissolved into it, and then it let off just a little bit of that sweet aroma with the grapefruit, and that
where it's almost that crusty sugar. I remember that. Yeah,
so good, and it. It's just really nice and clean. It's a beautiful color. If you got in on the Valentine's Day special, is a great one to send as a gift or just order, have at your house. But we do have a Valentine's Day special that we're running all month long. So got to talk a little bit of business, a little bit of shop.
Right.
We do a $45 deal. You get a bottle of the new 2020 Rosé along with 2 logoed Peachy Canyon glasses and a tin of chocolate. So pretty cool deal. You could ship it out to friends all month long. What makes it even cooler is that we're doing flat rate shipping for the entire month of February. So since I'm talking about this package, might as well talk about that. If you live in California, it's $15 flat rate, whether you from 1 to 12 bottles. So up to a case, $15. That's it. If you're outside of California, $25 up to a case. So really cool deal if you got a couple of these and send them to yourself or your parents or family or friends or whatever. We just have some fun deals to kind of pay it forward a little bit, and just thought it'd be fun for the month of February, and kind of still kicking off the year and getting things going. But great. It's gonna be one of those wines that we say this is it's good for breakfast and dinner.
Yep. Yeah, and
we question on Instagram. When will the 2019 Westside be coming out?
2019 Westside, I am so pumped about Westside. It is coming soon. We are going to bottle it in May. So it's still in barrel. So it'll probably come, maybe this summer sometime.
Sometime in the summer is the goal. So we're actually, we are going to roll from 17 to 19, which is nice. We're freshening things up. Right now, we're currently selling the 17 Westside. 19's coming out. We've been tasting through it. It's really
off
good.
The charts.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
It's probably not expensive enough.
No. Yeah.
But really good. So hopefully mid to late summer.
Yeah.
We have to do our due diligence. We try not to have multiple vintages available at the same time until we get down to just.
And we want bottle age. We don't want to send things out when they're shocky and bottle shock. We want it to lay down for a little bit so that you receive the wine when it's ready to consume.
Ready to rock.
Ready to rock.
So, give us a few months. We're working on it.
Yep. Oh yeah, well, we did say we're at the tasting room.
We are.
We have guests here.
We have guests here. We are at the Peachy Canyon tasting room today. If you weren't here earlier in the show, we're hanging out at our tasting room, and we are open for reservation appointments. Come in, sit outside. You're gonna have August or Nick or Hannah or Meredith or Christina or T among almost everyone and a couple other people. They'll be seeing you, hanging out with you. For a minute, as much as you want to hang out with them. And the weather's killer. Rains came and went. Grass is green. Please come join us. Give us a call. Get online. You can make your reservations on peachycanyon.com on our website, or you can call us at 805-239-1918. Hi, Mom and Dad.
Bye.
You don't want to make a cameo? Do you want to come onto the show, stand by us, and say hi?
We put them on Instagram.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
they
we
didn't
get to be
see
on
this.
I know, it'll be recorded. Doug's already made his
Ladies
exit.
and gentlemen,
Yeah.
Mrs. Nancy
She
Beckett.
hasn't got to do any of the shows. I think Dad has got a couple.
This is our
Who's
mom.
Nancy?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Oops. See, we do have people here. This young man.
he wears masks too. We're doing
Yeah.
it. Definitely be COVID safe.
Yeah,
So if he needs to come in.
Absolutely. Mr. Augusto, he will be welcoming you. You come in. Anyway, Mom, did you get to taste it, Mom?
Yes, I
She
did.
did.
What'd you
Yep.
think? It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. You know, I don't drink wine.
You're not supposed to say that,
Oh,
Mom.
I'm sorry.
We're trying to sell wine.
Your alarm is
Okay.
going off. Yeah,
Doug,
Jack.
setting your alarm off on your car right now.
Oh, she tried to open it.
Yeah, he's
No.
in.
Okay, I better go.
Okay.
Yay.
Thank you, Mom.
Bye.
Wonderful evening.
There's someone asking, Jay and Brand Doctor would like to know if there are any other specials besides the rosé and glasses.
Actually, you can get online at not having no memories. You might know Gibbsy. We do have, we have some packages that are still on our website that are still available. We got some 2 bottles.
This set right here, the Bailey Zinfandel with the rosé is our February tasting gift set, and so that is available.
Okay, so this is another gift set, the Bailey and the Rosé, which is why we're pouring them together. So that's a gift set, and we're gonna roll into the Bailey.
Do we have an open one? Or should I open it?
No, you need to open.
Oh, we do?
Yeah, you gotta open Bailey, and then we're also doing flat rate shipping.
Flat rate, I
Right, we
mentioned
did
that.
that.
We went over that. So $15 in California, $25 outside of California.
Would you guys like a Bailey? Because I have one open.
Oh, yeah, that's okay.
If we have one on open, now you're good. You just had to sign a waiver saying you can be on TV. Just kidding.
August is gonna
Yeah,
have
cool, we got one open.
Bailey.
Watch out for Jared.
Perfect.
UPS Jared's here.
Awesome.
Get a little Bailey.
All right.
This is really exciting. This never ever doesn't deliver one way, shape, or form. It's always an interesting growing season with Mr.
Different
Bailey.
glass or
He's
dump.
got a
CDFA certified organic vineyard, organic grapes and walnuts. We are hopefully with the 19 vintage, we will be able to put that on the label now. He has been certified for years. But with the label change and whatnot, we're gonna start doing that.
So yeah,
Excited?
this is the one and only certified organically grown vineyard that we work with. It's,
It's the only vineyard we buy grapes from.
yeah, and he happens to be on Peachy Canyon Road, just 2 miles up the road from where we grew up. So it's a ranch that we're familiar with. We've known David Bailey for years and years and years, 30 plus years, 40 years. How long have we been in Paso? Long time. We
It's
knew his
82.
We knew his
yeah.
dad back in the day, the old Bailey Ranch up above him, his ranch now. David's a really solid, talented grower that spends a lot of time in his vineyard. He knows every one of his plants. He knows the weeds. He knows it all. Like he's
Yeah.
pretty tight with that ranch. He's been there since he was born. I think they've been there their whole. They moved from maybe like Newport or something back in the day. I heard a story where like his dad knew somebody. They were from down south, but they've been. He's a solid farmer and just a great personality and a good friend of ours, and we're lucky to be able to score a few tons from him each year. We've been working with them back in our chronic days, in between Peachy and then back to Peachy again. So we used to use him for a little bit of Mr. Nibbles at chronic, which was fun. And now we are one of just, I think, maybe 4 different producers that are able to access this
Yeah,
fruit.
I think it's us and Thatcher and Bella Luna
Neil
and maybe Chris Cherry might even try a little over at Via Creek and Loma Drone. Yeah, Neil Collins. Yep.
So, and that's a really great
Crew
to be a
Yeah.
part of. You know,
Yeah.
it's a huge honor. Pretty awesome. When was the last time we did a show?
Last month in January.
It was in January. That was cool. Speaking of like being in cool in the cool
Clubs.
group,
Groups,
it was really neat with PRWCA and our local peers. I don't know if we
Yeah,
talked
we
about
didn't
that.
talk about that.
Mention that. Thank you, everybody. If anybody in PRWCA or anybody in Paso Robles is watching this, thank you for voting our family. This is the
Yep.
Wine Industry Persons of the Year. It's a huge honor, and we will be riding that wave. Well, forever. Just the
Forever
fact
now.
that we got to be a part of it, it was really neat and it was cool. I think Josh and I feel really fortunate that our parents are here to receive it and be a part of it after so many years in the industry. And we're going to be here for, we got another 30 years. So hopefully we can get on the map again. But they put a lot of time into this and it was cool to get that sort of, just the nod from the peers and the community. So that was really cool. Thank you guys. We appreciate it. Just so you know, it's awesome to us. It feels good. One of my kids thinks I'm kind of cool now, so that's kind of neat. But yeah, back to Bailey Zin. This stuff,
It's got the
rocking.
fruit, but it's earthy.
It's
It's
earthy.
spicy. Yeah, it's got that. It's got all those Zin characteristics you're looking for, but then so much of that white pepper is something that's always prevalent to me in the Bailey. It's
White pepper, and we say that, I mean, with a little bit of emphasis because you tend to get one or the other. You get black pepper and white pepper, and they are very different. That's neat, and a lot of times in Zins we describe black pepper, so it's unique to
Right.
get that sort of pronounced white pepper style that you would normally get from, I don't know, maybe a big Syrah or Petit, and or maybe a big Bordeaux, but you get it in Zins, it's nice.
It's got black. Yeah, it's more than the black spectrum of fruit as well. It's not your bright red cherry, bright fresh strawberries in, but it's a little bit more blackberry, raspberry, some blueberry notes.
It is. It's cool. It's unique, and it's funny because it's so classic because it's Bailey, but it's not classic traditional Zin. It's awesome. It's got a unique nose that and it's not that raisiny, jammy.
And it's just another ode to the dry farmed, non-irrigated vineyard. They're taking everything in from around them. They're all the soil makeup out there in the Adelaide. And the lack of rainfall and the stress on the vines and the hand manicure of everything. You can't, it's not like up on a wire VSP where everything's trained and happy. It's kind of just
no
out
injecting
there and
fertilizers.
going.
There's no pulling a petiole and saying, "Oh, I need more nitrogen.
Right.
Or we're low on potassium."
And just adjust it, pump it
Inject-
in. You can't.
Inject it. Yeah, let's get some HGH in this thing. It's what Mother Nature gives it, and then it takes a really good farmer that's paying attention and knows their vineyard,
Paying attention and being on it, and you have to walk in the field and be there and identifying and be on top of it and not get behind, and especially being organic. Like, you can't get on these long 2 and 3 week intervals when you're spraying normal products that are systemics and that are out there and just can last that long. When you're doing the organic stuff, you maybe have like a 10-day window.
Yeah.
So it's a lot more passes going through, and where I'm learning more and more as we go. I'm going to learn a lot this year as we try to convert everything over as much as we can. That it's a lot more passes, but it's a lot better for the environment. It's better for the earth. It's better for the employees. It's better for the plants. It's better for everything. So
a lot of attention and attention during key. I mean, you're not taking 10 days off during the Mid-State Fair to go see Nicki Minaj and pound at the tavern down there, the watering hole, because things can go sideways quick because you don't have those Band-Aids that you can throw on it. But it's cool. It makes a difference, and it shows in the wine. And
we're starting today with we're not doing any weed sprays, no herbicide, no pre-emergence. We got the weed knife out there going. We're gonna demo another one tomorrow, and it's
So check it out. If you get a chance, look up Clemens weed knives or vineyards, and you can watch a demo. And it's literally a knife that, as we're driving down the roads, the knives come out and they drop in about 1 to 2 inches below the soil, and they just kind of shave the weeds off. And there's a little hydraulic little arms that drive a hydraulic system. So when it hits a stake or a vine or a riser pipe, and the knife kicks back, and then it goes right back out, and it doesn't really disturb the soil a whole bunch. It just cleans it up, and you can go pretty fast still. I still think Josh and I are watching the guy today, just sort of figuring out if we're gonna have to do this 2 or 3 times, and we feel like time was the key word. It's all about timing. That's first, and we may need to do it twice. But the way we've been doing our herbicides by not using the pre-emergence and just doing the burn downs, we're doing that twice a year. So why not run it twice? A little bit of compaction, but we're running tractors and spraying our soils. Right. And now it's like you're in there with a hoe, basically just cleaning it up, and it's not, it just feels better. It's like you can just be walking out there. There's no crazy smells. And you don't have to worry about drift. You can do it on a windy day. You can do it on
all day long. Yeah.
So it's really neat. I'm stoked that we're doing it. So that's kind of stuff. I don't know if Bailey runs anything like that. I think he does.
He's got his own tools.
And he can get that disc like 4 inches off the side, and he builds his own tools. And
that's what we'll do with the hills at Mustang. We'll get it as close as we can, and then we do have to go in and do a little handwork, but it's worth it. I think it's worth it. David's vineyard is so healthy, and he does. Speaking of him paying attention, and he'll pick. We'll be out there, and he's picking, and he'll go, I'm gonna pick a little bit over there, and I'm gonna pick a little bit up there, and then down here, and there's some good acid down here, and then over here in the middle, and I'm not gonna pick this section here. Yep. So we're normally just pick from here to there. We're doing these 10 rows. He's like, the art starts right there at the pick, in the field, with the fruit.
Field. So when we get the product in, it's always interesting looking, and it always ends up just being rad because you just got all these almost like different stages of ripening going on.
Which gives a little bit more acid from this part, a little bit of ripeness from this part, and then it comes together and it gels in the bottle. You're not having to acidulate a bunch because maybe there was an underripe section that wasn't quite as ripe because there are times where I've noticed where he's up on top. It's like, we got to pull that off. It's getting a little overripe. Throw in down here and it'll balance. He's always like, it'll be fine. We'll put it all together. It'll work.
Yep. If you're watching this, David, we still got to have a glass of wine.
I talked to him. He said he called you out. He's like, Jake said he was going to come out and visit me. I'm like, all right, we'll come. I'll come too.
I brought him a hat and it didn't fit. I'm sorry, David. I'll get you a better one.
We have a whole new run of hats.
Yeah.
Cool.
All those great hats are out right now.
Got some coming.
All right, we got some new ones coming. So, they're here. Good. So two fun wines. How are we on time?
We've got like 5 minutes.
5 minutos. Any other questions come up? We'd love to field them. Come to the tasting room. We are open. We're getting ready to bottle our 2019 Wine Club wines, which we've been tasting through this first. So now this is like the thing we do. Last year was the first time we had done it, but we'll have 3 of our Zinfandels and 3 of our Rhone style wines coming out in this spring release, and they're all really exciting. I'm
off the charts.
Yeah, I'm having a good time tasting them every time you guys pull them out to check it out. So they're still doing some trials and checking out the blends and seeing how they're sort of doing in the barrels, and so I get to sort of slide in. I watch for when they're doing that. It's like it's a great way to be able to have a glass of wine while you're on the clock, and it's work. So been sliding down and checking those out. That's really exciting. And then the fall shipment will be 3 of our other vineyard designate Zins and our Bordeaux style wines. So if you like the odd one, if you like our GSM, if you like our Petit Syrah, which are all great, I always forget which Zins come out first. Mustard Creek, Vortex.
I can never remember.
Oh no, is Old Schoolhouse going to be in this?
We're going to have Old Schoolhouse coming.
Nancy's View is coming out.
View.
So you met Nancy here a second ago. We have a new wine. We're going to be we're discontinuing the Mustang Springs name because it was confusing with Mustard Creek. I don't know how many times you've done this, you guys, but I will bring a Mustard Creek to a party and then pour Mustang Springs for everyone because I screwed up the name. I can't see it. My eyes are going. But it is very similar. So Mustang Springs wines, if you have those.
Same wine,
those are now
same vineyard,
collectibles,
same, yeah.
But it'll be
But
called
it's
Nancy's View because those vines, the Mustang Springs Inn and the Nancy's View's Inn now, that's a block that wraps around our parents' house. And Mom has a little view from her bedroom of a little bit of that. So we thought it was kind of cool. It's also much easier to keep track of. New labels coming out. Sister Gibbsy's been working with her sister on redesigning, sort of almost like bringing it back with a super clean look. If you like the black and gold, I apologize. We did too. However, black and gold labels are going. We're going back to, if you can kind of see this, I know it's difficult to see, but similar to our roots, but very updated,
Classic.
upgraded, classic, clean, great font. Just really looks nice on the bottle. I think you guys are going to be happy to receive them. Any of you wine club members that are watching, if you're not a wine club member, you just happen to come in the tasting room, enjoy. Those two put a lot of work into it, and we had to look at a lot of renditions of this to get back to this very classic, stylish look. So excited to have that come out. This might be one of the last shows for a few months, so we can kind of regroup and figure some things out here at the tasting room as we're reopening and bringing on new staff and whatnot. And hopefully the next time we're back,
Yeah.
get ready for wine club. And unlike some wineries, because I'm sure a lot do it the way we do it, but we hand pack our wine club. So just like we did last year, years and years in the past, we did it at Chronic. We used to do it in the early years. We hand pack this, and it takes time, and it's getting harder to do everything at once. So we got a couple things coming up. So we may not see you for a few months, but we appreciate everybody who's chimed in. All 6 of you, you're wonderful. I may have over-exaggerated. 3, sorry. But yeah, everybody, I know we get a lot of people
YouTube.
watch afterwards.
We have our
yeah.
archived on YouTube. Palate
YouTube.
Wraps.
You know, our Halloween one was like several hundred views at this point now. It's pretty neat. So that was cool. So
If you want to see
we
Jason in a
realized
bodysuit,
we
look
have
at
to-
the YouTube Palate Wrap Halloween edition.
we have
Jason's
to
in a bodysuit.
self-deprecate, and it's exciting for everyone.
Totally worth it. Totally
It's worth just laughing. Sometimes you hear wine stuff. Mostly it's just funny to see us dressed up, I guess. But I don't know, that was a fun show. We had a lot of
It
friends
was.
chime in.
Yeah.
But this is a good one too. It's good to have Mom and Dad come in. Dad never chimed in, did he? But Mom did. That was nice. It's good to be here at the tasting room. It's
It's good to be open.
there's
Good to be
obviously-
back.
Yeah.
If you come and visit and see how clean the chair looks, August on his off time redid
Refinished
the
the
whole
chair.
chair.
And we're just finishing next week. We'll be done remodeling the outside bathroom. So that's cool. Clean, tight. It's no longer a bathroom that would be in your house. There's no bathtub because most of our guests don't take baths while they're here. So it's all cleaned up and it's nice and tight. And the tile guy's out there right now doing a great job. So yeah, why we're in here, because he's cutting tile and you wouldn't be able to hear us. But anyway, look forward to seeing you guys here. Have a great President's Day weekend. Happy February. Let's say. Sir Duvin. Thanks, Gibbs.
I'm gonna take you guys outside just so you can see. We got some guests actually on the lawn, so I'll take that there.
That was weird. Yeah. I don't know if he was just like, I'm coming in, I wanted to bring him in once we started talking about Bailey, but yeah. T. I was singing the song when I got it here. Yeah.
He controls it.
Yeah.
Where did you go? We needed you for Bailey.
He was not having it at all.
Was he mad? Was Dad?
No, all right, turned it off outside.